What is up, you guys? Jimbo Slice here. How you guys all doing today? Welcome to episode 5 of the Bostonian Wrestling Watchers podcast. I have two very special guests today. You guys say hello.
Hey!
I am with Matt and Bobby. In case you didn't know, they were in the first episode of Bostonian Wrestling Watchers podcast. We are here today after a sweet week of wrestling. We actually had a pretty good week, I'd say, to say the least. Raw had a clip of Royal Rumble. NXT was pretty good. We got a Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa relive their rivalry of a promo. On SmackDown, we got Roman Reigns and Goldberg contract signing. Drew Gulak versus Cesaro.
Danny Gulak. It was like a tag team match. Gulak and Bryan versus Nakamura and Cesaro.
Oh, okay. We also got Matt Hardy as the Elite, and he will be the fourth. He will be replacing one of the Young Bucks as the fourth member of the Blood and Guts match in a couple weeks from now. And I'm honestly looking forward to it. And we got Luke Harper as the Exalted One for the Dark Order. So we now know that they are confirmed with AEW. So what do you guys think on your opinion on Matt Hardy leaving WWE?
That's probably for the best. They weren't doing anything with him.
They weren't doing, yeah. I mean, like I mentioned in last week's podcast, I think Matt Hardy had I think that was the right move for him, honestly.
It was.
Because, they weren't doing anything. His contract wasn't his contract, about to end anyways?
Yeah, it did end. It ended on March 1st. So,
yeah.
He simply waited it out.
Yep. And Jeff Hardy had returned last week, and, I don't think that the Hardy Boys are going to be together.
It's now called a Twist of Fury for Jeff.
Twist of Fury, but because Matt Hardy has the rights of that name?
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah, so...
That's a little weird to do to his own brother, in my opinion.
Honestly, I mean, wouldn't he just give the rights to Jeff? Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I don't really understand him there.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be his wife, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm back.
Rights are rights, so welcome, Matt. So, we also got to see Rob Gronkowski make his SmackDown debut last night. And, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of weird without the crowd because of this situation going on, and
yeah.
I think that hopefully it will end soon so we get to have a live audience.
That's not even looking close to...
Yeah, I mean, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal in the Mae Young Battle Royal has already been canceled, yeah.
I mean, they're doing the best they could.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You can't be too critical on the wrestling shows at this time because,
oh, yeah.
They're working with what they got.
Right.
I suppose it's better than having it straight up canceled like the other shows.
Or Baron Corbin on every segment.
Oh, yeah.
Some get his ass kicked by someone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again.
We also... AEW, in my opinion, was definitely the show of the week. I thought it was really good. They actually had their superstars and, roster as the crowd. So, and they actually put on some matches, which was actually pretty good. And towards the end of the show, Matt Hardy had flied his drone as the deleted one, and he's now in AEW. I'm looking forward to actually, AEW, next week. Because I wonder if they're gonna make Matt Hardy, his own, segment. Hopefully they do.
I heard he's gonna go face-to-face with Jericho next week. So.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
I would love...
They canceled Blood and Guts.
They canceled it?
Yep. Well, they postponed it.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, Tony Khan came on a podcast and was like, yeah, we have to postpone it due to what's going on in the world.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's disappointing. I was actually looking... Wasn't it supposed to be... That was like a War Games
match. That was usually next week.
Oh, was it? I didn't know it was that close by. Wow. That was actually one of the matches I was looking forward to, the Blood and Guts. Let's see. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg contract signing took place last night. Who do you think's gonna win that match?
Roman.
Roman's gonna win. What would you do if Goldberg does win?
Laugh.
I mean,
Curse out Vince.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
I mean,
I don't know.
what if they're just...
Say I'm never gonna watch WWE again, and then tune in tomorrow night on Raw.
What if Brock Lesnar loses his title to Drew McIntyre and then moves to SmackDown and then challenges Goldberg for it? What if that...
Goldberg's not even retaining the title, so don't even bring up that possibility.
What?
I refuse to believe Goldberg will be champion beyond WrestleMania. I don't
Really?
even know why he's champion to begin with.
I mean, three spears and a sloppy jackhammer would destroy the Fiend.
That killed me.
Yeah.
Killed me.
I laughed at it.
It was like laughable. It really was.
I was not expecting that to happen.
Like the Fiend and John Cena, their rivalry deserves a Universal title way more than
I agree 100% with that.
110%.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that last week. I said, it would have been, great if the Fiend would still have the Universal title and John Cena would be... Would he be a Grand Slam? No, he'd have to win the Intercontinental
yeah, it'd be like a 17th world title.
Oh, yeah.
Including the record.
Yep.
There could have been such a good story when you were like...
Yeah, like one final main event championship one. Oh, yeah.
Reigns.
I think that Roman Reigns... Who do you think Roman Reigns will who's his first opponent?
Goldberg.
I do think Roman Reigns will fight someone like, I don't know, I could see him fighting someone like Sheamus.
Yeah.
On SmackDown. I could see him fighting either Sheamus, Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn, Cesaro even. I feel like Cesaro should get a championship shot.
A stupid 3-on-1 handicap match.
Yeah, exactly. I would actually like to see that. Shinsuke, Sami Zayn, Nakamura versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. I would see that. Let's see, what else?
You want to talk about Raw? What happened?
Yeah. What happened on...
Well, we had the Edge promo, which is
Edge
really good.
Yes.
I think the promos benefit without a crowd, to be honest. The matches feel awkward, but the promos feel more intense.
Yeah, I feel like...
Not gonna lie.
It's the silent, kind of intensifies the moment, if you know what I mean.
And, then we had the Royal Rumble be repeated wholly.
Yep.
And then we had the...
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
316 Day.
316 Day. Becky Lynch, the Street
holidays.
Profits.
Yeah. Who else?
Byron Saxton getting a beer.
And then getting the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yep.
We also had the come out really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
He ran down to the ring.
Yep, exactly. I thought that was really... I think WWE was trying to create Becky Lynch as the new Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but there will never be another Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Without a doubt,
She's
nothing
the
against
one.
Becky Lynch. I just think that...
She should just work on being her own thing. They should just work on having Becky be her own thing.
I feel like...
Not create a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, will Shayna Baszler make Becky Lynch tap out?
No.
I think Shayna should win that.
Yeah.
I think Shayna makes a pass out.
Do you think it's too early for Shayna when she
Not really,
just
'cause,
moved up to the main roster?
Because, Becky Lynch has been wearing these crazy glasses, driving her own custom truck.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like that's a story. She's getting too cocky, and then Shayna's gonna try to humble her back down to earth.
Yeah. Who?
She's
Ooh.
a little confident in herself.
Yeah, I did.
That's the story. And then Shayna
Yeah.
beats her.
I did think Ronda Rousey was gonna be number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble. That's what I, had predicted.
Oh, then she tweeted at it back.
Wow. Oh, she tweeted that back?
No, she tweeted
That she's not
you
making
guys
it?
thought I would return.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like Becky Lynch, would be, I don't know what the word is. kind of overhyped. I think she's reached her overhyped limit.
Yeah, like the best part about Becky Lynch a year ago is that she was like genuine.
Yeah, she was like a new self.
But now that she's on top for so long, you just start getting like, yeah, I want someone else now.
Yeah, you kind of get bored with it.
Yeah, you want to see something new.
I honestly want her. I want nothing against Becky. She's a good in-ring performer. I just think Shayna Baszler
Kurt Angle.
would be.
You just need something to shake up her career.
Oh yeah,
Johnny got corn and I don't care.
I could see her kind of just walking away from WWE for a little bit, like for a couple months, and then all of a sudden returning.
Like go to like get switched over to the other brand.
Yeah, like SmackDown.
I don't know if I'd turn her heel though. Maybe just a brand switch to get her some new fresh storylines going.
Yeah.
What else happened on Raw?
Let's see. We had the Royal Rumble.
Undertaker breaking character, kinda.
Yeah.
And then not really.
Yeah, he took off.
I think this feud with AJ Styles and the Undertaker, I feel like Undertaker should kind of break character because that's what's been happening so far.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did attack Luke Gallows and Carly Anderson. He did attack them.
The fact that Undertaker has a Twitter is kind of damaging to me.
Why is that?
Because, like, he's the dead man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Why
dead.
do dead men have Twitters?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's still real to me, damn it.
Does he post any content, like photos or anything?
He posts stuff on that Twitter.
What kind of photos does he post?
Yeah, I think he put photos of him working out, I think.
Oh, like workout videos?
Or is that his wife's Twitter? I don't know. But he does have a Twitter.
Oh, I remember John Cena mentioning
Damn it,
something
my
like that.
God, just a wee bit.
I remember John Cena mentioning something like that, like workout videos with his wife at
like
WrestleMania 34 match.
34.
So do you guys think Drew McIntyre will slay the Beast?
No.
Yeah, yes, it's my process. We don't even know if the Beast is gonna make it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brock Lesnar is in Canada right now.
And he's not allowed to leave.
That's right. Oh my goodness, quarantine.
Steve Corino.
Yep. Let's see. I honestly think that, this whole predicament is just a whole twist, and it's kind of tough at the moment to get out of.
Remember when it was just in China with this predicament?
Yeah.
And then it suddenly happened to everybody?
Yeah, I mean,
We were supposed to go to AEW on April the 15th, but now it's pushed back to August.
Really?
Yeah. They just sent us the updated tickets.
Wow.
We still have to go eventually, but we have to wait.
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win against the Blood and Guts match? The Elite or the Inner Circle?
I feel like since the Elite have a new incoming Matt Hardy, it's going to be them.
Yeah, I feel like that match is going to be actually one of the most brutal matches I've ever seen.
My dog's yapping out here.
I wonder if it's gonna be like every couple minutes.
It's going to be like, it's War Games.
Yeah. Wait,
Basically.
does like a person come out like every 5 minutes, like out of that
Yeah, I
tape?
think that's how it goes, yeah. One
Or-
person from each team comes out every 5 minutes, and once everyone's in the ring, the games begin, or
Yeah.
the guys start to fall out.
I thought it would be like, 4 against 4 automatically, let's kick it off.
It's like a Royal Rumble mixed with a steel cage match.
Yeah.
Away. What else happened this week? NXT, well, they didn't really have an episode.
NXT, yeah. Do you think Velveteen Dream will take the title off of Adam Cole?
Yes.
Do you think the Undisputed Era will move to the main roster after WrestleMania?
Possibly, yes.
I did think that Velveteen Dream was going to move up to the main roster after he got injured. I didn't honestly think that he would come back to NXT, after his injury. I thought he would somehow make it up to the main roster, but I guess not,
I'd like to see him win the NXT championship.
Yes, I agree with that.
And then come to the main roster someday.
Yep. John Cena did say he was, up and coming.
Imagine if, I always wonder, I knew it was going to be, the SmackDown John Cena showed up to in February, the one I went to, and me and Matt went to actually.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was gonna be the Fiend, but part of me was thinking like, what if it could be the Velveteen Dream instead?
Yeah, I did
It's
hear
like a
that.
bold prediction.
I heard that
Cena
match
does
was
life
actually
moves.
supposed to originally happen last year, but then things kind of got mixed up between Velveteen Dream. No, he had won the. This is what happened. He had won the North American Championship, and things had gotten flabbergasted between that. So they just left him as the NXT North American Champion. So then he would go on to NXT Takeover New York, and then he would fight in that triple threat against Roderick Strong. No, who did he fight?
He fought Matt Riddle that night.
Yeah, he fought Matt Riddle, that's right. That match was actually really good. Do you think Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa will happen?
It's probably going to happen.
Yeah, I heard that there's no NXT from WWE. I heard that NXT is going to be live on the USA Network. Like on the NXT before WrestleMania weekend, I heard that the NXT matches would take place that night instead of WrestleMania weekend, because WrestleMania is it now a 2-night event, and it's supposedly taking place at multiple locations.
Yeah, to keep everyone away from each other.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a smart move, because then it brings more interest to the show.
And it keeps us safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mic was muted the entire time. I didn't even realize that.
Were you talking?
Yeah.
So I think that NXT would definitely be a great show to put on with those kind of matches. Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. I think Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, like I said last week in the podcast, I think that match should have a stipulation: loser leaves NXT.
That'd be interesting.
In like a three falls match. Let's say a 3 falls match. Each match, if they go into sudden death, it would be like a steel cage, just like Takeover to Toronto with Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano would be something like that. I feel like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, I loved their rivalry, but I think that it's time to move on.
Yeah.
I feel like NXT, the show before WrestleMania weekend, I feel like that would be the perfect time for Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa to split up for, let's say 2 to 3 years, and then once they both make it to the main roster, that's when they would pick up their rival. They're just placing a bookmark, is all I'm saying, into their rivalry. I think that's just my opinion. I think that would be the best, but I honestly love their rivalry. It's definitely one of the best rivalries in WWE today.
Yeah.
NXT. Do you think Finn Balor will conquer Walter?
Yes.
Yeah. It's probably gonna happen at Takeover Dublin.
Yeah. When is that taking place? Is that in a couple months or a couple weeks?
I heard it was supposed to take place in April.
April, yeah. Rhea Ripley as the NXT champ. Who do you think Rhea Ripley's going? Do you think she's going to retain her title, or could you see Charlotte making her way back to NXT?
I feel like Ripley should win the Defender NXT.
She just won it less than 3 months ago.
Charlotte.
She won it on the last NXT episode of the decade. I feel like it would be way, 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 way too early for Rhea Ripley to lose the title. Especially to someone who's already won the title and has moved up to the main roster like several years ago. I feel like that would be the wrong move to make.
Yeah.
Unless, this is a possibility. Rhea Ripley retains the title, but Charlotte ends up moving back to NXT to kind of build her character up. She still wants to fight Bianca Belair. Even though it happened a couple weeks ago on NXT, I feel like that match wasn't, I feel like they should repeat that match because, fans love that rivalry.
Yeah, or another possibility.
What's that?
Charlotte wins. LOL.
Charlotte wins. You know, I don't know. Who would be?
Charlotte wins because she's Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel. What if they would break? What if they? Picture this: Becky Lynch loses. Bayley loses. Charlotte wins the NXT championship, right? The women's championship. They all move back to NXT, starting a women's faction in NXT.
That's not a bad idea.
We already have Bayley, Sasha Banks. Oh, that's right. It's a six-way women's match at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's Championship. What if Bayley loses the title to not Sasha Banks, but any one of the other competitors in that match? I do think Sasha Banks will win that match. She's gonna turn on Bayley somehow.
I mean, it's quite obvious.
Yeah. They've been building up this friendship, Boston Hug connection, unless they, you know, still are fond of each other. And, you know, if Bayley does lose the SmackDown Women's Championship, I think that they would possibly recreate the NXT 4 Horsewomen and, you know, just stay in NXT and start, because I do think that Tamina's in the SmackDown. Tamina, Naomi, Lacey Evans, I think, is in the match. Team Bad, I think Team Bad will, remember Team Bad?
No.
Bad and Beautiful and Dangerous, Sasha Banks, Naomi, Tamina.
Yeah.
All those three women are in that SmackDown title shot. So what if that faction happens? What if that faction relives its legacy?
Could happen.
Yeah.
Either
But
that...
it's Vince's company.
I think that a women's faction needs to happen because we haven't had one of those in a while. Unless, what if at SummerSlam we see Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and Shayna Baszler's, you know,
Shafir and Duke.
It's the UFC 4 Horsewomen versus the WWE 4 Horsewomen.
I don't see it.
That's been a match rumored for you know, almost 2 years now. Ever since Ronda Rousey signed that WWE contract, everyone was predicting that match to happen. It still hasn't happened. I don't think it will happen, but I feel like it would be a good match to put on.
It won't. It's Vince's company.
I know, but Vince, you know, it's a lot of decision making. I get that, but a lot of people want to see several things, and it's just becoming a big problem. But we'll see how everything goes. So what do you guys think? Do you think WrestleMania will live up to its hype?
They're pre-filming it, no.
They're gonna pre-film it?
And they're supposed to do it this week.
What? I did not hear that. That's new news to me. If they do pre-film it, I get that, but it's just this whole epidemic that's just kind of, you know, it's kind of throwing WWE, and not only that, but NXT, SmackDown, AEW.
They have to do what they gotta do. Like, I understand everything.
Like, we can't really judge them.
No, I know that, but
they gotta do what they gotta do.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this whole epidemic is just, like, ruining everything.
Yeah.
But
it's not supposed to go away till mid to late summer at earliest.
Yeah. I mean, for anyone who knows of any loved ones out there who has that epidemic,
stay inside and wash your hands.
Stay inside, wash your hands, be safe, look out for others, if possible, if need. Don't get too close to each other, stay 6 feet away from each other. But, yeah, I think I'm going to end the podcast here. Thank you guys so much for watching. for tuning in. Be sure to tune in for episode 6 streaming next week on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all later.